Hey guys, Gatsu here, bringing you my haul for the month of October. Now, this is coming a bit late as we're well on our way into November, but here we go. Here it is. It's quite a big one this time, so I'll get started. Firstly, I only have one anime for this month, so I'll just show that off quickly. It's Grimoire of Zero. I got this in my in the MVM sale as a deal of the week, and it's one I've been wanting to pick up for a while, so really happy about that. Then on to the manga. So this first lot of manga is what I picked up on my road trip, which I did do a video about, so that'll be linked as well. But for those who haven't seen that, there is H.P. Lovecraft's The Hound and Other Stories. I've read this actually. It was quite interesting, very different for a manga, but obviously it's written by H.P. Lovecraft initially. Then we've got Machi Maho, I Messed Up and Made the Wrong Girl into a Magical Girl. It's my first foray into magical girls, and it was a very interesting one, very strange, but I actually think I might continue this. On to Magical Girls Spec Ops Asuka, on its way to becoming one of my new favourites. I really enjoyed this one, so I got volume 1 there with Asuka herself. Plenty of waifus, plenty of awesome gory action, really cool series. So there's volume 2 there, volume 3, so I'm looking to get caught up with this soon. So yeah, really enjoyed this series. Definitely like a darker, more interesting take on typical magical girls. Really down my alley there. Next up, you got Love in Hell, just like a fun comedy series. I did enjoy this one quite a lot. Not anything special, but I had fun with it, so that's all that really matters. It's a short series, only 3 volumes, so yeah, it was decent. Then the sequel series, which I have yet to read, we've got Love in Hell, Death Life, volume 1. This is as I said, sequel. I think it's set around completely different characters. There's Death Life, volume 2 there. Then I already have the standard version of this, but this is Dragon Ball Super Volume 1. This is the alternate cover. I believe it's Loot Crate cover. So there's that one there. Then on to Mononoke Sharing. Oh, that doesn't quite fit. How annoying. There we go. I'll show it here. Yeah, it's a comedy series, gag series. A fun, light read, but nothing that will blow you away. Done by the same person as Dragon Maid. I can't remember what the Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. There's volume 3 there. So I have yet to read this. I've only read the first 2 volumes. But yeah, I've had fun with it so far. Looking forward to reading the rest when I get to it. I believe there's only 4 volumes out so far. Then on to a couple of books I got second hand. So this firstly is one called I Am Here. Now this is a shoujo series, kind of what you'd expect from typical shoujo, like a schoolgirl who feels like she's not noticed, she's invisible, and then one day is noticed by the most popular guy in school who seems to fall in love with her. But it's like surprisingly well written and interesting, and I've really enjoyed the first volume. It's only a 2-volume series, so I'm excited to pick up the rest of that. And then there's Servant Volume 1. This I knew nothing about going into it, but I had a good time with it. So next up, I got a bunch of stuff on clearance from a website called United Publications. So I'll start with Servamp Volume 3. So missing Volume 2 to connect the dots there. So basically what I did, I went through and just found anything that interested me, even if it wasn't the first volume, and kind of decided I'd connect the dots later on. So here's First Love Monster. This is the only one that wasn't actually for me. This was for my girlfriend. Interesting, funny sounding concept, and it was cheap first volume, so picked up. I probably will end up reading it though, just to see if it's any good. Then Angel Parabellum. This was okay. Some interesting concepts in this one, but yeah, nothing that will blow you away. Then Tengu-jin. It's a really thin volume, but it's taken me a while to get through. It's very wordy and not the most interesting. I understand why that one was on clearance. Now, here's a reel account. This is one I was surprised and excited to see on the clearance. I'd heard a lot about it from that manga guy. I'll link his channel in the description. I know he's been reading reel account. He's been trying to get other manga tubers to read reel account. So, yeah. The first volume didn't blow me away, but it's definitely a really interesting concept and quite different to a lot of other stuff I've read. So, yeah. Then here I've got Rose Gun Days, Season 1, Volume 1 and Volume 2 right here. So this series seems to be split up into seasons, and then so the first season is 4 volumes long, which is different. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. I haven't quite got to that one yet. Now this is one that I'm probably most interested in. I can't show it properly here. Sasameke. So it's about a football player. It's got a really interesting art style. This first volume is a big boy. And don't know how well it's showing on here, but yeah, I'm really excited to sink my teeth into this one, but because it's so big I haven't quite got around to it yet. Then we've got a manhwa, Aaron's Absurd Armada. Now this one is firstly printed in colour and is read left to right. It's very, very strange. I basically picked this one up on a whim to see if I'd enjoy it. I'm not too confident about it, but I also got the second volume as well. This one came damaged, but it wasn't worth me sending back, so I just kept it. It's not one that I'm, really excited about, so it's just one that, I think might be interesting. Then Dictatorial Grimoire Cinderella. Now this series does seem really interesting. It's only a 3-volume series. It's the first volume here. Haven't quite got around to this yet, but it does sound really cool, so... Now this is going to take a little bit of explaining. This is called Absolute Monarch Syndrome, and it's printed by Project H, which I believe print mostly hentai manga. However, this isn't, I wouldn't call this hentai, it's ecchi. A series called Pleasure and Corruption, which I spoke about in one of my previous hauls, was definitely more explicit than this was. This was more just like, the concepts were kind of hentai, but it didn't quite go that extra mile. So it's nothing too bad. Don't worry. Then we've got Akuma no Riddle Volume 2. This is a 5-volume series, so I didn't mind getting the second volume. Won't be too hard to get the whole thing. Also, it has a really cool concept. Battle Rabbits. This one is half for me and half for my girlfriend. I thought it sounded kind of cool. I didn't realise how shoujo it actually was. But yeah, I am interested in it. 4-volume series. Unfortunately, they had the 4th volume on sale, so I can't read it until I've got all 4. But there you go. Then Claylord. This is one I've actually been interested in for quite a while. It's a 3-volume series, and I was really excited when I saw they had Volume 3 on clearance, because it's one that I've been wanting to get into for a while. So, but yeah, Volume 3, the last volume. Then here's one that I have read. World War Blue. I got Volume 1 in the clearance, and then Volume 2 I got from Amazon. No, Volume 2 in the clearance. Volume 1 I got from Amazon. This series is about basically, it's like a shonen series, but they're all based on video game characters, specifically from Sega and Nintendo back in the days of the console wars. So, for example, that's the main character, Gear. Shout out Gear Third Manga. There you are on the cover. That's the main character, Gear. He's based on Sonic. That one there is based on Kirby. So on and so forth. That's Mario there. Anyway, it's a cool concept. It doesn't do loads with it, but it's definitely been an enjoyable read, and I do think I'm going to want to continue that one. Then we've got Marduk Scramble. Now this one, a 7-volume series. They had Volume 4, Volume 6, and Volume 7, so it's going to take a little bit for me to be able to read the whole thing. But again, this is one that I was interested in for a while, so I was happy to pick these up for a very discounted price. So yeah. Then we've got Brain Powered. This one I literally bought because it's a mech series. I don't know anything else about it. I just like mechs, and it was cheap. Volume 3 of 4, so it might be a bit of a harder one to track down because it's Tokyo Pop, but hey ho. Speaking of mechs, Gatekeepers. I bought this again because it was a mech series. I got Volume 2, actually, this one, on clearance, and then found Volume 1 basically new on eBay, so I was happy about that. Managed to get both of them. So far though, I've only read the first volume, and it's a 2-volume series. Only read the first volume, and it's not great. So there you go. Then Sword Art Online Mother's Rosary. This is one I was interested in for a while as well. Too much controversy, I imagine. I'm a fan of what I've seen of Sword Art Online. I've seen the first season and halfway through the second season, and yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's a fun series. I don't think it's the best thing ever created. It definitely has its issues, but it's an enjoyable series. So I was happy to pick this up. It's only a 3-volume series, and it focuses around the best character, Asuna. So yeah, happy about that. So once I finished season 2, I will be reading this full series. Next up, Crimson Empire. This is the 3rd volume of a 3-volume series. I believe it's shoujo, but it just sounds cool, and the main character's a waifu. She doesn't look too great on the cover, but if you see her on the back, yeah. So that's the main reason I picked this up, all things considered. Then you got Himazuka and Rosione's story. This is a all-in-one. So the whole story is on this. I believe it's 3 or 4 short stories about this lawyer and this hobo kid. I don't know. It sounded cool. It was an all-in-one volume. The problem with this one, it came quite damaged. It doesn't show up very well. But again, it was not worth me sending it back. So yeah, just ended up keeping it. Again, it's not one that I'm super excited about. So yeah. Lastly, in my manga, because there are a few light novels at the end of this as well. Here's a series that I was super excited about. So I didn't get this in the sale. I got this on Amazon when I ordered Volume 1 of World War Blue, and that's Ultraman Volume 1. I ended up really enjoying the Netflix anime, but I was sure the manga was better, and so far I was right. The artwork in this is insane. It's so good. The color. Let me see if I can show you a color page. Wow, it's amazing, and the story was pretty interesting, but it was let down by CG animation, which can definitely be a hindrance. But yeah, just looking at this, I can understand why people love this series as much as they do. So I'm super excited to get caught up with that. It's really, really good. So lastly, I've got just a few light novels to show off. This first one, actually, I am quite excited about. So it's a series called Mahoden. So I got this on the sale, the clearance sale, and it's an old series. I believe it's based on Demon City Shinjuku, but it just seems like a really cool, kind of dark gothic series. Like a light novel before light novels. It's got some cool illustrations in it, again, that give off this dark gothic vibe. So I'm excited for this one. Seems really cool, like a cool horror series. Then this one, do not judge the book by its cover, because the cover is bad. This is a I feel like I have some explaining to do. This is a My Girlfriend's a Geek. This is a I think it's a 2-volume light novel. I really like the concept. It's basically about this guy whose girlfriend is a massive, otaku, and trying to get him into all this stuff. And I can relate to that because I did that to my girlfriend. So yeah, it seems really cool. But the cover is just a live action image of 2 hands holding with some pink, not pink, but just fluffy handcuffs, and then you've got it's not good, but I mean, it was super cheap, and I thought I'd give it a go. So eventually, when I get around to it, I have a lot of light novels to read, a lot of original English light novels to read as well. I've received quite a few review copies that I need to get to reviews. If you want me to include review copies that I've been getting in these hauls as well, definitely let me know. I do feel a little bit kind of bad, because I don't know if that's a bit scummy, something that I'm getting for free to review. I don't know if that can be counted as part of the haul. But anyway, on to the last item of this haul. I bought this second hand, and that is Death Note, Another Note. The Los Angeles BB murder cases. So let me just show you the top there. It's got a nice tinge, got a thing there. Yeah, it's just a cool kind of Death Note spin-off. Death Note, really cool series. So yeah, happy to own this. Got this for like £1 as well. So that was really good. Really nice release as well. Nice hardcover. So yeah, let me just put this here so you're not looking at nothing. So that's my haul for October 2020. I have a lot of reading to do, a lot of reading I've already done. But yeah, I'm really happy with what I got this last month actually, and due to the size of this one, there will probably be a very small haul coming at the end of November. But yeah, I want to say thank you for watching, thank you for sticking around if you have. I know I have been going on and off of uploading regularly. I should have some more regular uploads in the near future, but you know, what happens happens. If you want to stay updated, then get in touch on Twitter. My Twitter is @LC_Gatsu. But yeah, like the video if you liked it. Comment what your favourite pickup of mine in this haul was. Let me know if you've read any of these series, if you like them. And yeah, subscribe if you want more manga, anime, light novel and original English light novel related content. But yeah, thank you for watching and I will see you next time. That's my hand.